It's Jez here with some thoughts on The Division's recent closed beta ahead of its March 8th release for Xbox One and PC. Tom Clancy's The Division has suffered multiple delays as Ubisoft wrestled with the scale and complexity of their ambitions. Those delays appear to have come to an end, and on March 8th, millions of us will pour into New York City to see it destroyed by a bioterror attack and the collapse of society. I'm going to jump right in and say that Ubisoft has completely outdone itself when it comes to world design. The near-apocalyptic New York is painstakingly detailed, every corner of the map has a story to tell, and indeed, parts of them really do, owing to flavor text files and echoes which offer a glimpse at previous events.
Make it last, okay?
The Division maintains a solid 30 frames per second with dynamic 1080p scaling, and it can go all the way up to 4K on Windows with all the usual improvements. Even on Xbox One, The Division is stunning. Day and night cycles combined with dynamic weather systems to add flavour, and we know now that the fairly huge play space offered in the beta represents a mere 20% of the full game. You might need vacation time for this one. Still, as gorgeous as The Division was in beta, a game is only as good as its gameplay, and thankfully, Ubisoft have massively delivered. The Division is a connected world RPG shooter, sharing similarities with the likes of Destiny. You can seamlessly jump in and out of your friends' worlds, but you can experience the entire game solo should you choose. When tackling objectives in a team, difficulty scales up to provide a truly exhilarating tactical experience, and the loot followed suit. Speaking of which, as an RPG, The Division not only allows you to progress using experience points, but also via loot. Loot can be weapons, armour, and even cosmetic items, and even the comparatively tiny amount of content active in the beta had more than enough progression to get me totally hooked. The full game could potentially take over people's lives. The gunplay is sound, the cover system works really well, and the game was completely lag-free, something of a surprise considering Ubisoft's track record. Still, nothing I saw in PvE prepared me for the Dark Zone, The Division's player versus player quarantine. The Dark Zone represents areas hit hardest by the game's pathogen, and the rules governing the outside world no longer apply.
And what happens behind those walls? Well, very little of it is good.
You will encounter other players in this area whether you like it or not, and additionally, they can kill you. Why would they want to, you might ask? Well, the Dark Zone PvP has its own level progression and currency rewards, and also, items found in the Dark Zone are often more powerful. To extract these contaminated items, you'll need to call in a chopper, but doing so alerts your presence to nearby agents. Those agents might just want to use the chopper as well, however, they also might want to kill you and steal your loot, becoming rogue agents in the process. Rogue agents have bounties on them, which reward innocent players with currency and XP. Bounties do dissipate over time, but as I discovered as a serial griefer, becoming a rogue agent alerts all of the players to your position. The Dark Zone is tense, rewarding, and utterly chaotic, and the way Ubisoft have managed to quarantine and reward that player-driven, emergent conflict popularised in MMOs and survival games is very impressive. The Dark Zone, like much of the game, is entirely optional. Player choice is pervasive throughout The Division. You can customise your class role with skills and mods, change your playstyle depending on the weapons you choose, and design your agent completely cosmetically as well. The Division has all the right elements, and it's exciting to see Ubisoft back on form in such a big way. Will The Division live up to the hype it's generating? We'll find out when the full game launches on March 8th, 2016. I'll see you guys in the Dark Zone. I've been Jez from Windows Central, and thanks a ton for listening, guys.